Can't you all be quiet? Don't you see? I'm reading a book. What? Gasped the creatures. This called for an emergency meeting. Reading? A book? What's a book? Coco, Tunchy, and Soupy poked their noses up from behind Benita's bed, and they saw words floating on the page, making sentences dancing on the page, threading into stories and pictures frolicking in front of their eyes, creating some sort of enchanting magic. Reading magic. But what does it say? They begged to know. Benita read them stories about faraway places, brave monsters, and humans, about rocket ships cruising in outer space, and treasures in a secret chest. And then... Roar! Bellowed Yana Puma, jumping out from under the bed. Shh! Shushed Coco, Tunchy, and Soupy. We're reading. And Benita read on. Meet Benita's night creatures. Cuckoo, I'm a monster-like creature who likes to scare young kids. But don't be afraid. If you ever see me, just read me a silly story. Not a scary one, please, to tickle my funny bone. Tunche, I'm a ghost-like figure from the Peruvian Amazon. I enjoy whistling and blowing my freezing breath. But I'm not as scary as people think I am. If you whistle a catchy tune, I'll whistle along with you. Supe, I'm a spirit who lives on a tall, flat piece of land in Peru, Bolivia, and Chile, called the Altiplano. I love wearing masks and costumes, but don't let me fancy looks fool you. I'm a big softy and I adore stories that make me cry. Can I borrow a tissue? Psst, remember, monsters aren't real. We are all just pretend. Yana Puma, I'm a huge cat-like creature from the Peruvian Amazon. My roar terrifies even the bravest people. But don't worry, I'm just like any other cat. I'll purr if you scratch behind my ears. Oh, and I love reading comfy mystery stories. Learn about Peru. Peru is a country in South America. Its capital is called Lima and is the largest city in the country. Peru has 3 natural regions: the coast, the mountains, and the rainforest. Spanish is one of the official languages of Peru. Peruvians also speak over 40 different native languages, like Quechua and Aymara. Author's note: when I was a kid in Lima, Peru, I battled my own night creatures. You see, Peru went through a violent time when I was a child. The news was filled with scary stories. I sometimes woke up at night to the sound of explosions. I needed to escape, so I found shelter in books. They kept me feeling safe, and no matter what went on around me, I knew there was a better place inside the pages of a book, deep in my imagination. Mariana Llanos. Illustrator's note: We have always loved the vibrant images of our Peruvian folklore. This book gave us a wonderful chance to add our own twist to create something unique. We talked a lot about what we had in mind for the illustrations. Using rough pencil drawings, we made several changes until it was exactly what we wanted. Making art together can be tricky, but once we found a balance, it's just like watching a movie or going for a walk. Sometimes it's quiet and pleasant, other times it's really fun. Cocoretto.